15th regular city council meeting to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Certainly. Mayor King,
Here.
Councilman Osborne,
Here.
Councilman Niner. Here. Councilman Newberry. Here. Councilwoman Eagle.
All right, quorum being present, if everyone has had an opportunity to look at the agenda, are there any objections to the agenda as presented? Hearing no objections, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. If you each had an opportunity to review the consent agenda, are there any objections to the consent agenda as presented? Hearing no objections, it is approved by unanimous consent. This time I will open up the floor to public comment. If you would like to address council, please step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. All right, so the next item is need a motion to go into closed session for RSMO 610-0213 for personnel matters and 12 for contract negotiations.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session for RSMO 610-0213 for personnel matters and RSMO 610-2112 for contract negotiations.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, roll call, please.
Councilman Osborne,
Yes.
Councilman Niner.
Yes.
Councilman Newberry. Yes.
All right, we're going to closed session. We will be back up in just a couple of minutes.
I don't think so. Not maybe. It was
Yeah, okay, first one starts with me. So that's one we do.
That's not all. No, yeah, first one.
You got her. You got her.
So scared. And I just been like, well, it's fine, it's allergies, it's an asthma. I've had asthma for years, so that's what I can do. But yeah, it's Friday, first Friday, the first one is, I was just thought there was one thing a big deal. The second one's gonna be the phone charge in Grace.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we don't have one in July.
Oh, yeah.
usually I'm probably not would work, but I'm also. She was like,
Okay, I just want to know that. So bad. I sneeze so much. I don't know. Does it bother you?
sometimes it makes me sad. I like the rain better than but I'm a nurse, I don't put those in my nose at all. So
You do that a lot.
yeah. I just as I was going through it. I gotta have my nose on here.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Can't breathe for one second.
Well, yeah, I don't know, you very well, but I have no filter, so like if I see that, I'm like. Of course, we thought it was in the middle of the night, awake.
But I told her probably no action.
Yeah. I always wanted. I'm like, does it hurt?
No.
The
So So we don't know.
So my dad.
Yeah. It's like Mike was doing.
I had two.
Like just pieces that make it.
There was two on one side, and that's because I had two Ds.
Whatever, I guess so.
My camera, you gotta run my light. I'm still on the side, they're gone to work.
Yeah, we'll be back in. Because I just looked at it, so we got Thursday.
Which that's when they use them for anything?
No.
I'm looking at the ones that-
Oh.
The whole house is just,
I mean,
Yeah, the house full of boys, I had all the boys. So if I get a chance to pick it on, then I. When I bother my husband too much, sometimes he goes, what are my dogs doing? He does. Don't bother him. They work too much, so you still do that. Do you work the same day?
As I told her, I went down, I was getting more I don't care, I'm like, no, but like, the snow, like, you walk from here for like, you have to walk 3 o'clock.
At least 5 years.
well,
There's very few people that work outside. I work there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's always.
Yeah.
Most people, like, when we were there, I never wore a coat.
Oh, you did?
The coat was there, yeah, we were there for me. And it was in the car.
Yeah.
It's work.
Yeah.
Your garage just needed,
Yeah.
your parking was like covered with. How did you get a phone? I was
Because I just had it looking at it, it was almost
Yeah,
dead.
it's one, there'll be
It's
another one.
almost hit.
The one that goes always
And
take.
that, again, I lost it.
All right, we are back in open session. Council discussed a personnel employment contract in closed session. A vote was taken to authorize the mayor to execute a contract with the city administrator, and that was done on a 2-to-1 vote. Once that contract is executed, it will become public, what am I looking for? Discoverable.
Yeah, or
Public
subject
discovery.
to sunshine law
Yep.
disclosure. Yep.
All right. Next item
that was reviewed.
is a resolution number 25-11, a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between the City of Pleasant Hill and the Community Betterment Association of Pleasant Hill.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a contract that you guys have previously discussed in closed session and taken a vote on to authorize me to execute or to negotiate that contract with the Community Betterment Association of Pleasant Hill. They have countersigned, and so that is the resolution that is before you.
Any questions from council or discussion?
Might be discussion. Just, okay. My thoughts are, I had no problems with the contract until things started changing. And now I don't know if I feel the same as I did before.
Okay.
Councilwoman Newberry, Councilwoman Newberry, nothing has changed in the contract since you guys last.
Right, no, I get that part. I'm just thinking out loud, that's all. Am I the only one discussing though?
What things are changing at your,
Well, just because if this does, with discussions of this being a welcome center, is this still the same, a good route to go on? Or we just take that and just know that they do have we do have the 60 days to terminate the contract if need be.
I think the big discussion there was this, we don't have a timetable on when those other things will start. There's a lot of things we have to do in the interim.
Okay.
And that 60 days allows us then to do that when we need to execute that so that we can start with how we proceed with the Welcome Center.
Okay.
We don't have a timetable yet. It's so new that trying to get that direction and having further meetings to get to that point.
All right.
All right. Any other discussion from council? This time, I will open up the floor if anyone from the public would like to comment on the resolution before vote is taken.
I have a question, and it's not bad. John, hang on. I had some concerns. Hang on. And Mayor King has really been good about communicating with me and talking through some of those concerns. I misunderstood some things, and so I have a better understanding now. But I do have a couple of questions, and one is that how was the rate determined at $5,000 a year, which is like $400-something a month, to have both the depot and the booth building, and that's what we're charging people for to lease it? And that seems like very much below market value, especially for a contract that was not open to anybody else except for community betterment. And so I just wondered kind of how that process worked a little bit. And also, let's assume that the thing does not happen. What is the vision for the depot? And I know you can't share that tonight, but I'd be really interested in later getting a visual of what is the vision for the depot. Is it just going to be what it is now, or are we going to try to move forward and make it something in our historic district, or kind of what are we doing with that? And then I'm a little weird because I guess there's not a process that puts things up. Like if you're going to lease out a city asset or something, I guess you don't have to put it out for bid. You can just hand select that. And I don't mean that negative. That's not snarky. I did not mean it snarky. So I don't guess there is a process for that. But if there isn't, can we look at that? Can we look at, is it appropriate that we don't have a process to not let everybody have the same opportunity, or that council picks individual organizations for that opportunity? And again, I don't need answers tonight. I'm just kind of telling you guys what's on my mind. But I very much appreciate, Mayor King, I really appreciate the banter, the back and forth, the discussion that we were able to have. I think you better understand where I'm coming from now as a resident, and I better understand where you're coming from as a mayor. And sometimes all it takes is talk, right? You just got to communicate with each other. So I think that I learned that. I think you learned that. So I think what's still missing is the public has no idea what's going on with this. None. All we know is, as a resident, the only thing I know is that council met in closed session, created a contract for a nonprofit organization in the city of Pleasant Hill with no public input, no process, no nothing, decided to lease them two of the most prime real estate buildings here in Pleasant Hill for an incredibly low rate for 5 years. And it doesn't feel right. And I understand, I'm not saying anything because I know you, and I know you, and I know you, and I know you, and I know that none of you guys have an ill will in your body about this. I know that. I'm not questioning that. I'm saying, look at it from my perspective, it does not look right. And I'm sorry, I have sinuses and I can't breathe, so I catch my breath in between speaking. But that's all I wanted to give you guys, that feedback. And I really would, though, I assume since you guys are going to do this, that you have a vision. I assume that Community Betterment has given you a project, a vision, and here's what they're going to try to make out of the depot. And I really would like to see that, if you guys could share that with us, because we need something to rally behind down here. And if that's what it's going to be, then let's all rally behind it.
Carla, I can't speak for everybody on the board, but I do sincerely believe there is a vision and that it's kind of a work in progress right now, but I don't believe that our intent is to leave the depot the way it is right now.
That's all. And again, I said, you may not be able to give me that vision tonight, I completely get that. I'm just asking that we can please keep that on the forefront, and I'm asking for you guys to recognize how this looks to residents. We already have an issue with trust with the city, and we already have an issue where people will say, it's just who you know. And we just perpetuated that with this. And I'm fine, I understand, you guys have to make those decisions, I'm not second guessing you. I'm just asking you to take a step back and look at it, that's all. Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, do I have a motion on resolution 25-11, a resolution approving a MOU between the City of Pleasant Hill and the Community Betterment Association of Pleasant Hill?
I'll make a motion for resolution 25-11, a resolution approving an MOU between City of Pleasant Hill and the Community Betterment Association of Pleasant Hill.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second on resolution 25-11 to approve it. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Augsburg,
Yes.
Councilman Niner,
Yes,
Councilman Newberry,
No.
Resolution passes. All right, the final item under old business is acceptance of the 8th of April 2025 certified election results.
All right, so the results from the April 8th, 2025 election. We have precinct 20. We have the winner is Brenda Doomer with 41.51% of the votes. And precinct 21, we have Pat Niner with 100% of the votes cast in that precinct.
All right, do I have a motion to certify the election results from April 8th, 2025?
I'll make a motion to certify the election results.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Augsburg,
Yes.
Councilman Niner,
yes,
Councilman Newberry.
Yes.
All right, at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, send die, take a brief recess for a presentation, and to administer the oath of office for the newly elected officials.
I'll make a motion to adjourn Sendai for a brief recess for presentation and to administer the oath of office for the newly elected officials.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Augsburg,
Yes.
Councilman Niner,
Yes.
Councilman Newberry.
Yes.
All right, we're adjourned for a recess. I promise I'll make it last until everybody you have coming here.
We're here.
All right, everybody's here. I promised you that we would wait, and we got done a lot quicker than I thought we would. So, all right, so the first order of business, I would like to make a presentation to Augie. I'm not gonna call you Brian, that's weird. For appreciation and gratitude for your dedicated service to the city of Pleasant Hill as councilman for precinct 20 from 2021 to 2025. Sit up my back or I don't walk yet.
Thanks.
Augie, the floor is yours if you have anything to say.
I just want to thank everybody. Everyone's been so open, so easy to work with. Just best administration I've ever seen. And I think the all-female council will do even greater things. But everything that I tried to 30 years ago, everything that I tried to do has finally come about. And the bridge
Well, you know, when your first year, you were really quiet. And then after that first year, you were not. Thank you, Augie. All right, Jody, the floor is yours.
First, I think we will swear you in again.
Okay,
That way, you know what to expect.
right here.
You guys come down here.
Yeah, go down, girl.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Pat Niner,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Missouri,
and the state of Missouri,
and that I will honestly
and that I will
and
honestly
to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability
discharge the duties of my respective office
discharge the duties of my respected office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and according to the laws of the state of Missouri
and according to the laws of the state of Missouri
and the ordinances of the city of Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
and the ordinances of the city of Pleasant Hill,
All
Missouri.
right. All right.
Thank you.
Brenda.
Don't let her talk too fast. She says a lot.
I tried. Okay. Raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Pat Niner,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Missouri,
and the state of Missouri,
and that I will honestly
and I will honestly,
and to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties of my respective office
discharge the duties of my respective office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and according to the laws of the state of Missouri
according to the laws of the state of Missouri
and the ordinances of the city of Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
and ordinances of Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
Thank you.
Okay, come here. Can't forget your fancy piece of paper. Yeah, you gotta come up here now.
Yeah, well, I said, what's she doing out there?
Your fancy piece of paper. Keep that.
Augie, we should have laminated it at least.
You don't want to sit over there, you can sit here tonight, since it's a, you know, be over ostracized over there, so. Did we make her a new name, a new fancy nameplate yet?
Not yet.
I mean, it's a lot of tech to make those things. You know, they used to be plastic.
Hey, we're gonna get there.
All right, at this time, we will reconvene the city council meeting. Can I get a roll call, please?
Mayor King,
Here.
Councilwoman Niner,
Here,
Councilman Newberry.
Here.
I'll say Councilman Emo, but she's not here. Councilman Nemo, Councilwoman Deemer.
All right, you now officially can't back out. All right. So the next order is a proclamation. Oh, we gotta approve the agenda. Again?
I'll put it on again,
All
just
right.
in case.
If everyone has had an opportunity to look at the agenda, are there any objections to the agenda as presented?
No.
Hearing no objections, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. The next order of business is a proclamation for Arbor Day. And you guys love these things. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now